This is Anjali, and in this video I'm going to explain you how to print different patterns using C++ code. So printing patterns is kind of very interesting thing, and it's very important when you do nested loops in C++. So this is just to practice how you play with loops one inside another. So let's say the first simple pattern I need to print is, I need to print this thing where I have 10 stars in each line and I need to print 5 lines like this. So if I want to print such a pattern, I know that there are 5 lines. So my outer loop should go for 5 times. I start my loop from 1, take it up to 5 and increase it by 1 every time. Inside this I have a loop which goes for fixed 10 number of times. So I want this loop to work from 1 to 10 so that every time it prints 1 star on the screen. So this loop will print 10 stars on the screen. So when I is 1, it's less than equal to 5, 10 stars are printed. After that a new line is given. Then again I becomes 2. Condition is true, we again get 10 stars on the line, then a new line is given, then I is 3, 4 and 5. So if I run this code, I get the pattern on the screen, that is 10 stars on each line. This is how we get this pattern. So this is the simplest thing which you could show. Now let's make a bit of change in this. Now I just want to make a change, like in the first line I want only 1 star. In the second line I want 2 stars to be printed. In third line, I want 3 stars to be printed. In fourth line, there should be 4. And in fifth line, there should be 5. So the outer loop still has to go from 1 to 5. But the inner loop is dependent on I now. So if I is 1, I need 1 star. If I is 2, I need 2 stars. If I is 3, I need 3 stars. So the second loop, I start from 1 and I take it up to j less than equal to I. So this helps me to print the above pattern of stars. So it prints 1 for the first time because I is 1, then it prints 2 stars, then 3, then 4 and then 5. So this is how you can interrelate the loops and print the stars this way. Now let's make one more change in this. This time I have 4 spaces at the beginning and then I have a star. Then I have 3 spaces here and 2 stars, and like this and this. So if I want this way, I want stars on this side and spaces on the other side. So screen at the back is all blank. So those spaces comes by on its own by default. But if you want spaces in the front, you need to put a loop for that. So here we need a loop for printing the spaces as well. So what I need to do is I'll put a loop which is going to help me print spaces. So I'm going to write like k. In the first time I have 4 spaces. So when I is 1, I have 4 spaces. When I becomes 2, I have 3 spaces, and so on. So I think of a logic and I think it this way, that I should start from 1 and I should take my loop k less than equal to 5 minus I. Now when I is 1, 5 minus I is going to be 4. So it will print 4 spaces on the screen. When I is 2, 5 minus 2 will be 3. It will print 3 spaces. So now the nesting is like this. This I loop is the outer loop. When I is 1, k starts from 1, 5 minus 1 is 4, so it prints 4 spaces. When this loop gets over, this loop starts. So j becomes 1. 1 less than equal to 1 is true, a star gets printed. So in the first line, I get 4 spaces and 1 star. Then a new line is given. Then it goes up, I becomes 2, k becomes 1, 5 minus 2 is 3. It prints 3 spaces and then it comes to this loop and prints 2 stars. Then a new line is given. Then I is 3, 5 minus 3 means 2 spaces, 3 stars. Then 1 space, 4 stars, and then no space, 5 stars. So I get the required pattern on the screen. Isn't it interesting? That's how we get patterns. You can make whatever you feel like. Now I just make a change in this pattern. I just put a star here and I put 2 stars here and then 3 extra over here and over here. So I have 1 star in the first row, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. The rows are 5, so this I loop should remain same. The spaces are same, so my K loop should remain same. Now the difference that comes is in the number of stars. So I need to make a change here. In the first row I have 1 star, in second row I have 3 stars, then 5, then 7, then 9. So don't you think these are all odd numbers? So first odd number is 1, second odd number is 3, then 5, and so on. And if I have to find ith odd number, the formula would be 2 into I minus 1. So I take my loop from 1 and I take it up to 2 into I minus 1. So the loop should work for ith odd number, and for that many times it should print the star. So when I is 1, 2 into 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 star is printed with 4 spaces. When I becomes 2, 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 spaces are printed, and then 2 into 2, 4, minus 1 is 3, 3 stars will be printed. So I get result like this. So here we've got the pattern of stars. So I hope you're getting it, how we are making the changes. Now we are going to make a slight change to this, and that slight change would be like here I want 1 instead of stars, then I want 2, 2, 2, and then I want 3, 3, 3, and I want here 4, 4, 4. Then I need all 5. So here I don't need to change much, everything is same as the previous pattern. The only thing we need to change is that we are not printing star this time, we are printing the value of I. So in the first row I is 1, so I want 1 to be printed. In second row I is 2, I want 2 to be printed, then 3, then 4, and then 5. So that's how we print this pattern. And let's do one more for this session, and that one more is that I have to print 1, then it should be 2, 1, 2, then it should be 3, 2, 1, and then 2, 3, then it should be 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, then it should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want something like this to be printed, but here I need to take help of one more loop. So the spaces are same, the numbers are same, but the first loop should print the numbers in the reverse order, like 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So I need to start from I, and I have to take J in decreasing order up till 1. So J greater than equal to 1, and it should be minus minus. And instead of printing I here, I should print J. So that if I is 3, it should print 3, 2, 1. And then I need to put the loop again for printing the numbers in increasing order. But that should start from 2, because 1 is printed by the above loop. And it should go on till I. That would be J less than equal to I and J plus plus. And inside that I'm going to print J. So I print J here. That's it. So now when I is 1, 4 spaces are printed. The loop works from 1 to 1, then only 1 is printed. 2 less than equal to 1 is false, nothing gets printed. Then I becomes 2, 5 minus 2, 3 spaces are printed. J starts from 2, so 2 and 1 gets printed with the help of this loop, and then 2 is printed with the help of this loop. When I becomes 3, it prints 2 spaces, numbers from 3 to 1, and then numbers from 2 to 3. And so on, we get this pattern on the screen. So this is how we can make different number patterns. So you can just try making these or try some more like that. In case you have a pattern which you are not able to print, do write the pattern in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you with the code. I hope you understood how we create patterns. This is kind of very interesting thing and is important from your exam point of view. Moreover, once you've done engineering and you go for your campus placements, it's important at that time also to know the knowledge of nesting of loops. I hope the video was useful to you to understand the nesting. If yes, do like the video, share with your friends, and yes, do subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you.